Oh my god, we did it. Did I did I tell Perlin that he needed to friend me? Maybe he's a viewer. I didn't realize. Hi Alex, if you're watching. Um this is good. Now I'm no longer always at the top of my friends list. This is great. I have something to work towards. 42nd feels like actually a pretty low position after day one. 807 participants. Um, you should have taken a warm up before day one. You were disgusted with your play and quit after hand four. That's too bad. Currently 42nd. All right. But that's cool. So he's up there, 31st. Let's take a look at our results. So these were the percentages from yesterday. We actually did not manage to pull off the 100% on board two. I think we were in the running for it at the end of our set, but someone else duplicated our result, I suppose. We do have a couple of 98s, a 92, another 92, which is obviously great. We would have preferred to not have some of these 20s over the course of play. But there was one that I was really curious about. It was this board. So I thought, if we all remember, this is the one where I picked off the Queen Doubleton of Spades offside in 3 no trump. I suspected that there would be a lot of pairs going down 2 and that down 1 would be a good result. Okay, why is it? Internet, please. Interesting. Well, I was kind of right. There are a sizable number of pairs that are going down 2, but down 1 would not have been such a good result. I'm curious to see what a bunch of other people did. Let me take a look through a couple of plays. So diamond to the queen, declare 1 the ace, played a club to the king. I mean, this is not a very good line of play. Heart came back, club to the queen, club. West just cashes a club. Oh, man. Well, that's not fair. West could have done anything other than cash a club. Obviously, Robot West is afraid that their Queen Doubleton of Spades is getting picked up, but it probably wouldn't have. What happened for people who went down 1? So diamond went to the queen and ace, club to the 10 queen, spade to the jack. Ah, interesting. Yeah, that was a play I debated about a lot, and eventually I decided to lead a diamond at trick 2 because I was worried that this might happen. Spade came back. Now a diamond. East cashes the ace of clubs. I mean, this is just mind-blowing to me. Yeah, the 9 of clubs goes 10 queen small. I was prepared to run the 9 of clubs when I played the hand. Okay, I haven't learned anything from this. I mean, people are just bad at declare play. That tends to be the thing I learned from watching these movies. So I guess I've given up. Anyway, we have a 60. We're doing okay after day 1. We'll try and have a good day 2 as well. So here we go. Starting off with a 3 no trump contract. Partner opens a diamond. We bid a heart. 2 clubs. We rebid 2 no. Sure. Balanced invite 10 to 12. Yeah, something like that. It's not so crazy, I don't think. We don't have a spade fit, so I might be a little concerned. I mean, partner could have a big 5-5 hand with like a singleton or void and hearts. But anyway, 2 no, 3 no. We could have game forced, obviously. Jack of spades lead. Well, well, well. So assuming diamonds come home, I have 5 diamonds, 3 spades, and a club at least. It's very tempting to try like 2 club finesses, lead the 10 of clubs, running that around. East will never know that it's right to switch to hearts. They'll probably just play back a spade. I mean, I should probably unblock the Diamond King before doing so. Maybe. Just in case East gets cute. I lead the 10 of clubs, it goes... Well, yeah, if I lead the 10 of clubs... No, I don't need to unblock the Diamond King. I don't think. 10 of clubs, Jack, Queen, King. I still have... The clubs are still protected. I mean, like, I guess it's true that East could cross to West Sand and Hearts and then another club comes through and I lose the whole diamond suit, but this just isn't a realistic defense. East is always winning and returning a spade, so let's go ahead and win the Queen of Spades at trick 1 since East is getting in. East knows their partner that we have the queen, so we're going to play the card we know to hold, or we're known to hold. And I'm going to lead the 10 clubs. Okay. So I mean, again, if I give up a club trick, it's definitely possible for them to like cash 4 hearts from here, but I don't think that it is... I'm a little bit nervous about giving up a club trick to West at this point. West probably knows that the spades have no future, so West might work out to switch to hearts. Maybe I should just cash out. 5 diamonds, 2 clubs, and 3 spades would be 10. If I duck a club, they might hold me to 9, or even beat me, if the hearts are really situated poorly. If I could duck a club to East, I think I'm still in good shape. Okay, let's play a diamond to the king and see if I can play a club to the 8. Yeah. It is starting to sound like clubs are 3-3, but I think if I let West win this trick, they're going to switch to hearts. Alright, just going to cash out. Oh! Wow. Okay. So diamonds are 6-1. West actually discards a spade, so maybe West started with 5 spades. Whoa. West is like 5-5 in the majors? I mean, I could definitely cash out from here. I'm wondering, is there any layout that I can make extra tricks? I think the answer is no. Clubs are 3-3. You think West plays a club? I don't think so, because West probably has a good count on my high cards. They'll have seen me turn up with the Diamond King, and presumably a couple of top spade honors. So West, I think, a lot of the time would switch to hearts. It's hard to say. I mean, that's just my guess. You'll never know, right? You can never know, and you can't like go back in time and try out a different line of play and see what your opponents are going to do. You only get one chance. All right, let's continue caching some cards. Okay, I'm out of ideas. I'm gonna take one more. Yeah, so clubs were 3-3. I could definitely see this going differently. You know, Ace Jack 9, fourth of hearts. It might not be obvious for West to switch to hearts, but it does look like it probably doesn't cost. And a low heart to the king and a low heart back would mean that East-West take 4 hearts and a club and we go down 1. I suppose I'm just hopeful that the robots would find that defense. I think they should, but maybe it's not obvious. West might continue spades, given that they have 5 of them. Alright, we open a club. We get spade overcall. Double. Pass. We decide to bid 2 clubs. I mean, I think that's a huge mistake. If we didn't want to pass a spade doubled, which I think probably not the right thing to do, vulnerable against not, I would bid a no trump just to show the spade stopper. 2 diamonds on our left. 2 spades by partner, 2 now, 3 spades. So what's partner's hand? Partner is... They don't have a single suited hand with hearts, because 2 spades was game forcing. So if they had a single suited hand with hearts, they would bid 3 hearts. Also, they would have just bid 2 hearts over 1 spade. Okay, so yeah, that's completely out. So they have to have... clubs, right? Partner has to have a club fit. Take care, chefs. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the lurk. I mean, if partner doesn't think 3-0 is the right place to play, I would be tempted to agree with this hand. A lot of aces, a lot of controls. We do have a long club suit. The fact that partner has exactly 4 hearts makes me a little bit nervous about no trump. We know that the hearts are in East's hand, so, you know, maybe heart finesses are not going to work, and if West gets off to heart leads, we could be in trouble. I'm also a little bit nervous about having ace 9, fourth of spades. Partner frequently is just going to have a singleton or small doubleton on this type of an auction, so we only have 1 stopper. West clearly has some values. They bid twice. Yeah, I think over 3 spades I would just bid 4 clubs. Well, 2 clubs showed clubs already. I'm pretty sure I would just bid 4 clubs if partner bid like this. You know, with partner's actual hand, 3 no trump is automatic over 2 no on the previous round, so 3 spades makes no sense. You should definitely reserve this for a hand that doesn't want to play no trump, and partner with no aces and spade help definitely wants to play no trump. King of spades lead. Okay. Well, so West has turned up with a king, queen of spades, probably the diamond ace, and I'm pretty confident West has the heart ace. Auction-wise, it looks likely that we can pick up the club suit. If clubs happen to be 4-1, we can cash a couple rounds. So I'm not too nervous about how this is going to play out. We'll just win the opening lead, or maybe duck and then win the spade return and knock out the diamond ace. I guess we need to win the opening lead, otherwise West can switch to hearts, which might be a little bit uncomfortable. Ten of diamonds, West flies ace to continue the spade queen. Sure. Now the ten of spades. Yep. And now the jack of hearts. Uh-oh. So West didn't have a very good hand and just bid one spade, two diamonds? That's not great. That's really not good news for us. And it's starting to sound like hearts might be 6-2. I could try the effect of playing low if I'm really convinced that the ace of hearts is offside. East might stumble and play the queen, thinking that we could have a doubleton. Maybe West has jack 10-9 doubleton, go back to work. I think I'm going to try the effect of playing low. I don't see any reason why West would switch to the jack from ace-jack third or ace-jack doubleton here, so I'm going to play low. East did not overtake. Alright. Down a lot. Down 4. Yeah, 2 diamonds is kind of an insane bid. We would have done a lot better to go after them in their contracts. Which might have been more effective if we hadn't bid 2 clubs on the first round. You know, partner felt obligated with their 13 to show a game-forcing hand, but if we had bid a no-trump, suggesting stuff in spades, and West still made this poor 2-diamond bid, then North would be very happy to start trying to collect penalties. And we would have gotten... I'm not sure. I mean, the opponents have a heart fit, but it might be hard for them to get there. Anyway, 3-0 down 4. I suspect that that's going to be a pretty common result. 3 spades. Favorable? I think I would open 4. 7-4. The spade suit's not very good, but the vulnerability kind of indicates it. Partner raises to 4 spades. Ugh. I get it. Partner has no defense. But man, that's an ugly hand. Jack of diamonds lead, huh? Well, it looks like they either get a diamond ruff or they don't. I'm not going to play the king, just in case some sort of mistaken cash out happens and West gets in, and they don't know who has the diamond king. So I will... Oh, never mind. Yeah, let's try and pull some trumps. I feel like this is going to be less effective than I had hoped. Let's pull the last trump. Let's knock out the diamond ace. So they missed out on a ruff, but they do score their ace of clubs. Down 1. I have no idea why East didn't give their partner a ruff. Oh, you know what it is? The robots believe that preempts deny outside aces or kings, so they placed their partner with the king of diamonds. So they thought the jack was just going to win the first trick. That's why they played low. It's really funny. Board 4. The partner opens a diamond. We bid 2 clubs. We have 14. 2 heart overcall by a passed hand. I'm just looking at where this auction went and just shaking my head internally. 3 clubs by partner. Showing support. 4 hearts on our right. I think 5 clubs is a pretty bad bid. It might make, but we have so much defense against hearts. Our hand is way more defensive than offensive with all of our values in the opponent's suit. There's a good chance 5 clubs doesn't make, in which case we would much rather just collect a penalty against 4 hearts. But sometimes when 5 clubs makes, I think we actually get 4 hearts quite a bit if West truly has a hand that's not worth an opening bid. Anyway, passes around to East, who doubles us in 5 clubs, so it feels like we've now done the wrong thing. Let's see how we ended up. Yeah, okay. That's actually fascinating. I mean, if we doubled 4 hearts, partner would pull to 5 clubs because they have 5 card support. I'm actually not sure about the 3 club bid in the first place. 3 clubs is non-forcing, right? Oh, forcing to 3. Oh, never mind. 2 clubs is game forcing. I apologize. But yeah, partner could have like splintered in hearts if they wanted to. Over the 2 heart call, they could have just jumped to 4 hearts with their hand. It's clear from their perspective we should play this in clubs. Diamond lead. That's not away from the king. I'm just gonna, I guess, claim my 11 tricks. Go up with the diamond ace, pitch a spade on the ace king of hearts. And, well, pull trumps, basically. Yeah, no way to get more tricks, but we made our contract. $750. Yeah, so West forgot to preempt in first seat. Again, 2 hearts, kind of an automatic opening bid on the West hand, and that's why they felt obligated to come in with 2 hearts later. I guess I could even just say that this is a different style. I don't agree with it, and I'm pretty sure that like no modern expert players agree with it, that you should be passing hands like this, but 30 years ago this was probably the norm, and it was effective for players at that time. And also maybe another point that like different styles of bridge tend to not have that much difference in results as long as you play them to perfection. So if you're comfortable with passing hands like this and you know how to evaluate later, then maybe it's not such a loss to play that sort of style. Anyway, it's not really my style, and so if I was playing that, I would definitely hemorrhage a lot of imps in trying to figure out all the implications. It just feels very unnatural to pass when you have an opening bid. A heart, take out double on our left. We have a nice hand, 15, 6-5. Partner bids 2 spades preemptive. Our hand has become a lot worse. A lot worse. Now, partner unable to preempt in first seat, but again, this adds a little bit of cloudiness to what sort of hands they might have for a preempt if they're not going to be opening hands like board 4 on the previous one. So Yeah, it's tough. But we also know that two spades is not the right place to play. We tried three clubs, showing extras, which is, like, really unfortunate. I think this is just, like, a common match point thing where you know that you're going to get a bad result by passing two spades. So even if your choices are to play two spades or to, like, possibly get to, like, 3-0 or 4 hearts or whatever with your hand, and you suspect that that contract is also down, you can quickly kind of work out whether or not 3-0 or 4 hearts is going down more than 4 spades on average. And I think in this case it's right to bid 3 clubs, even though we suspect we're going to go down wherever we end up. Partner bid 3 hearts, which is great news for us. We're happy to pass that, having been a little bit... what the... Why is this not a 2-spade opener in first seed? Also, why is it a 2-spade bid now? Partner has stuff. Partner has a 7 count with Queen Doubleton of Hearts. Excuse me? Hello? Can we please just bid our hand next time? That would be great. Trump lead. Oh, man. Trump lead is not what I wanted to see. I am tempted to win this in hand and lead the Jack of Clubs. There's a takeout double on our left. West has led trumps, which often indicates that either they have stuff in our side suit, which is clubs, or they just don't have an attractive lead from another suit, both of which seem to mark them with the club king. If there wasn't a takeout double and we got a trump lead, we would probably just win the queen and hope the club hook worked. We could ruff a club in the north hand. But even that might not work out if clubs are 4-2. East would just over ruff with us having squandered the club queen. So I guess I'm like somewhat hopeful I can just win this, lead the Jack of Clubs. I mean, if it holds, that's awesome. We could go ace of clubs, club ruff, and East wouldn't be able to over ruff the queen. Even if it loses, we were kind of planning to set up clubs anyway, and maybe this opening leads to singleton. West might not have an easy way to get partner in to play more trumps. So I think I'm going to try that. I'll win the 7, lead the Jack of Clubs. Okay. It held. That's good. So let's try the ace. Excellent. Let's ruff a club. And I'm out of good ideas. We'll just cross back to hand by ruffing a spade. So we have to lose 2 diamonds and a club from here, but we make an over trick. Yeah, so West, had they won the king of clubs, they were concerned that they just didn't have a good way to put their partner in to pull a second trump, so they were just hopeful that their partner could win the club queen. And that's what made this kind of an effective try to get an extra trick. And it worked out, which is great. I like it when things work out. Not everything I try works out, but sometimes it does. Pass on our right, we have a balanced 10, we pass. Spade on our left, partner bids Michaels. 3 spades on our right, some sort of competitive raise. So what I was told is that actually a lot of players nowadays will play double is just like a 2-spade bid. 1 spade Michaels, double is just like I was planning to bid 2 spades. I mean, I don't know how accurate that information is, but I did hear it from some of the people in St. Louis when I was there for the tournament. Which definitely is a new thing to me, since that's not what anyone was playing 10 years ago. We bid 4 hearts, we have a great hand. 4 spades on our left, partner bids 5 hearts. Which probably seems good from our perspective. Whether partner has clubs or diamonds, I think we're pretty happy. It seems likely partner has a singleton or maybe even void and spades. And we have a little bit of defense against four spades, but maybe not enough to suggest that they were going down, whereas five hearts might just make if partner has a good fit. Yeah, partner's 6-5. They have a nice hand. We have missed out on a slam. So that's disappointing. I guess it would have been nice if we had a way to show an even stronger hand, because four hearts often, especially at these colors, might just be based on some sort of preemptive hand. Partner could have given us a try. Partner didn't need to bid five hearts. They could have bid five clubs to say, I have side stuff and clubs. Although it's a little unclear based on discussion, or based on no partnership discussion, whether or not that would suggest a hand that's interested in cooperating for a 6th level save, because we still don't know if partner's 5-heart bid is to save or to make, or if that's a hand that's interested in bidding a slam. But 5 clubs might have been partner's try if they were thinking that a slam could have some play. Anyway, king of spades lead. Probably not much to this one. Club switch. We'll win the ace and pull trumps. 480. The opponents appear to have an okay save in spades, I guess. At least over our slam. Looks like we might be able to get a diamond ruff in 5 spades to beat them too. Alright, board 7. We have opened a no trump. Oh my god, look at, I mean, just look at what happened. And all of a sudden, we're playing 3-0. We've opened a no trump. We got a 5-card major, spades. We got a 16 count. Partners transferred to hearts. 2 spades on our right. So, double should be penalty here. There shouldn't be any other meaning for this bid, because our partner is, you know, completely wide open in terms of his range. Partner could have a 0 count with 6 hearts. Partner could have a 10 count with 5 hearts, or any variety of that sort of thing. I think we should definitely be doubling with most of our hands that have 5 spades, especially ones like this where we have 2 natural trump tricks and a bunch of outside aces and kings that are cashing. We really don't want to encourage partner to bid 3 hearts on a 5-card suit or retransfer on a 5-card suit, or whatever this is. 3 diamonds, apparently showing diamonds and hearts. So double would say we're just planning to defend 2 spades, and as long as you have some sort of semblance of a hand, go ahead and leave it. Sometimes we'll be minus 870, but it's match points, so it's not imps, it doesn't really matter. And I think most of the time we're just going to collect a penalty when East has made a big mistake coming into this auction. I mean, and East might not have made a mistake. East could have a hand that's like the ace of hearts and the ace, queen, jack, 9, 6 of spades, and they have a real 2-spade overcall, but the bad trump split and the fact that we have all of the outside aces and kings means that they're just in big trouble. So if you're playing in a real match point field and you have the opportunity to score plus 500 or plus 200 even, and you pass that up and instead either go minus or play an apart score, then you're just going to lose a bunch of match points when you don't have enough methods or you're not confident enough about doubling the opponents. Anyway, partner bid 3 diamonds, we bid 3 now, here we are. So it looks like they were in a lot of trouble in 2 spades doubled. Partner has everything. King, queen of clubs, nicely filling in our ace thirds, so we can probably cash maybe 5 tricks in the minor suits. We're going to score at least 2 spades. We might get a heart depending on the position of the heart honors, and our 5th trump could pose a problem for the opposition. 4-9 jack, so this could be 4-3 doubleton, or I think much more likely singleton 4. East has 2 spade tricks, but with the presence of the 9, we actually still have 2 spade stoppers after winning the king here. I don't really see any reason not to play on hearts. And we do need to play on hearts to set up at least 9 tricks, so Let's run the 10. No surprise that that lost. Okay, spades are 6-1. And I guess there's probably not much more to be said about this hand. We'll just pitch a diamond. Club. I'll win the ace. Play another heart. East can win. Or not. And East is going to have to cash their last spade. But we have the rest. So, pretty straightforward hand to play. How much trouble would East have been in if they got to 2 spades doubled? That is a good question. I would have led a high diamond. East would have ruffed, and then presumably we get partner in to play spades through. We would score 3 clubs, 2 hearts, 2 spades, probably the 7 of spades as well. So that would be at least 800, which would have been a lot better than plus 600. They doubled us again. They never learn. Left-hand opponent opens a club. Partner overcalls a diamond. Right-hand opponent bids a spade. We try a very heavy 1 no trump. Wow, we have 13. I think a lot of players would bid 2 no with this hand. 13, opposite kind of bare minimum 8. Yeah, we might be a little bit high, but 1 no trump is never going to get partner to bid a game if it's really our hand. It does pay to be a little bit more conservative at match points. Getting a plus score can be valuable. If some tables just accidentally have something crazy happen to them. Anyway, what happened? Pass, pass. Right-hand opponent balances 2 clubs. Yeah, we've put ourselves in a really awkward position having just bid a no trump. I don't mind the 2 heart bid. Although it's a little bit weird because double over a spade would show hearts. So, like, what is 2 hearts? 2 hearts is probably, like, I don't have a club stopper, maybe? I mean, I would have been very tempted to just double 2 clubs, given that this is the way the auction started out, but that might not be a great result if players are playing 2 no on our cards and scoring 120. Even if we beat 2 clubs doubled a trick, that's not as much. I have sympathy for the 2 heart bid. I think it's okay. Left-hand opponent doubles. And it comes pass, pass back to us. That's a little uncomfortable. I would probably run to 2 no. King, Queen, Jack, 4th of spades is an excellent holding in no trump, but it could take 0 tricks in a heart contract if left-hand opponent has a singleton spade. Spades could, of course, be like 5, 4, 3, 1 around the table, and I think very frequently are, given that West hasn't made a support double and that West has doubled 2 hearts. So I'd be very worried about this holding in a heart contract. Now, with that said, even if the opponents do start getting spade ruffs, it's probably with natural trump tricks from West double, and we have so many extra values, we might just score 470 on power. So this could be an opportunity to just earn a top, passing out 2 hearts doubled. But still, I think I would run to 2 no, figuring that some pairs might let the opponents play the contract or something like that on some silly auction, and if we can get plus 120, that will still be a pretty nice result. Alright, what happened? Whoa! Hello! We have hit the jackpot. Yeah. That is a hand from partner, huh? Oh my. So what's actually happening? East has bid on 5 or possibly 6 small spades. And West probably has ace, king, jack, fourth of hearts. Ace of clubs, so no king of diamonds. So East has the diamond king. I would really like to keep East off lead if I could. Otherwise a club will come through, which isn't the end of the world. So it's like somewhat tempting to try and run the queen of diamonds at some point. Hope that West has the jack. But first things first, maybe we try and pull trumps? Does that make sense? I think so. I guess I have the question of, if I'm gonna try and pull trumps, do I try and cash 2 spades first to strip West spades? If I win, say, the king of spades in hand, or whatever, jack of spades in hand or something, and I lead a heart, West can hop up, and then play a second spade, and I'm kind of end played in dummy. I could then try the effect of running the queen of diamonds, but I would really like to not touch the diamond suit if I can avoid it. So ace of spades, spade to the king. If West ruffs, is that bad for me? Probably not. I think I'm going to have a hard time pulling 4 rounds of trump anyway. And once again, West will kind of be end played at that point. A little bit, at least. I mean, who knows? Maybe all the diamonds are offside and West can just always switch to diamonds. But I'm kind of hoping the jack is over here. Jack of diamonds in West's hand. East could have a hand like 5 small spades, king of diamonds, queen of clubs, and that's probably enough for a response. Yeah, I really don't want to get end played in dummy, so I am going to play 2 rounds of spades. Okay, great. Spades have split. So now let's lead low heart. Well, that's fascinating. And also maybe a little bit disappointing. I mean, it could definitely be right to play the queen here. West might have ace king fourth. I think, though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the... I mean, hearts have to be 4-1. There's no way West can double here without 4 hearts. So unless East has exactly singleton jack, or small singleton maybe, it feels like playing low is fine. That's really bad. So West did have ace king jack, 4th of hearts, and played low when I led towards queen 4th. Oh boy, that's not great. I will admit, I will be the first to admit that this is not ideal for us. Alright, king of hearts, ace of hearts. Club or a heart? Heart. Fair enough. If only I could run a couple spades and exit in clubs to end play West, but looks like that is not happening. Down 2. I feel like I probably should have done better on that one. Heart to the 9 would have worked out. Thoughts on third spade trick 3? I mean, it's okay. West ruff's low, right? So I could pitch a club or I could over ruff. It's probably fine. I will admit that I didn't spend as much time like considering the hand as I probably should have. I was just fairly confident that when I let a heart, West was just going to hop up with the ace or king and then switch to diamonds or something like that. But obviously West has difficulty doing that here. They have jack third, so yeah. Lots of possibilities. We took the wrong one. It happens. Halfway through. We're on board 9. Partners opened a club. We have bid 2 clubs inverted. Okay. I guess. We got 10 count, right? King, queen, jack, 5th of clubs. We don't really have great alternatives, so I suppose we have to. Partner bids 2 hearts, showing a stopper. We bid 3 clubs because we have nothing. Partner bids 3 spades, apparently also showing a stopper, but what's the difference between that and just bidding 3 no? Maybe partner's worried about diamonds? We bid 3 no anyway. King of spades lead. Lurking again? Yeah, it was an amazing hand. I feel like we didn't get a great result on it. I'll try harder next time. King of spades lead. Man. Well, I think I'm going to take a heart finesse at some point. So the question is just when. If I duck trick 1 and they switch to diamonds, that's a little concerning to me. Then if the king of hearts is offside, I can't take the heart finesse. What happens if I go ace of spades, cross and clubs, and run the jack of hearts? Let's say it loses. Obviously, if the diamond ace is on side, we're probably still okay. They can only cash 4 tricks. Let me just quickly check. Do the robots think I have a stopper in diamonds? They do. Well, a partial stopper. I mean, it's going to look really attractive for West to switch to diamonds, whether or not they have the ace. So that makes me think that there is some upside potential for ducking trick 1. But I also think the ace of diamonds is likely to be on side, given the spade strength on my left. West with a hand that's like, say, shortened clubs with the diamond ace and the king, queen, jack of spades or something might have found a takeout double, depending on what their hand looked like. I mean, I guess the main point is, if I duck this trick and they switch to diamonds, I can go down if diamonds are 5-3. and the heart king is offside. If I win this trick, I'm always making 9 tricks. So I think I'm going to win this one. Crossing clubs, run the jack of hearts. Seems like the plan. All right, ace of diamonds. Nope. Ace of diamonds is, in fact, onside. And I guess we have the rest. So they do cash out. But we're plus 400. So it turns out it wouldn't matter. Diamonds were 4-4. But if diamonds had been 5-3, we really wanted to win trick 1. Maybe someone will duck trick 1 and get, you know, some friendly defense, like if West continues the queen of spades or something, or switches to hearts, I don't know. You might be able to take more tricks there. We open a spade. We have, what was this, 11? This hand is gross and disgusting. I hate it. Oh, God. But okay, open all 11s, right? What's wrong with that? We open a spade, partner bids a no trump, forcing. We rebid 2 spades, partner bids 3 spades. All pass, no surprise from our side. We get the king of spades lead, of course we do. Well, there might not be much of the play on this one. It looks like West has the ace-king of spades. The red aces may well be split, or maybe East has both of them. Or maybe this is happening. Queen of diamonds to the ace. I guess I'm supposed to dump the king, but man. Ace of hearts. Heart. Great. Looks like we're not suffering a diamond ruff. That's good news. And now we can pull trumps and claim. Diamonds were also 5-2. Good defense by West. Just all around stand-up West here. Happy to expose all of the cards for us. But that'll be a flat one. 4-11. We've opened a heart. We got a 10 count. A no trump on our left. Pass, pass. We decide to balance 2 diamonds, which I think generally is the right thing to do when they overcall a no trump. It's now a lot more about self-preservation in terms of avoiding big minus scores than it is about necessarily like trying to play in the major suit and score the most match points. So I like the 2 diamond bid on 6-4. In this case, I'll pass. Wow. I guess another factor I didn't mention, like West probably has good hearts when we open a major, and they bid a no trump, so much more likely we actually have a diamond fit than a heart fit. King of spades lead, king from ace king. Did we miss a game? Maybe. Alright, king of spades holds trick 1. Ace of spades at trick 2. Presumably West didn't overcall with a 5-card spade suit. And the fact that they led king means that spades are 4-3. He's playing the jack of spades was quite interesting. Ace of hearts. I think we can just set up the heart suit now. We're just going to take roughing finesses against West. West has to have at least 2 diamonds for the no trump bid. So like, let's say I rough this, I go ace king of diamonds. If they split, we're in great shape. We leave the queen of hearts, covered roughed, rough a club back to hand, 10 of hearts covered roughed, rough a club back to hand, and our hearts are all good. If the diamonds don't split, I guess we want to make sure to start roughing hearts earlier. We could potentially get in trouble if West doesn't cover one of the high hearts, because hearts could be 6-5-2-0 around. So if I ruff, diamond to the ace, queen of hearts, and West plays low, I'll pitch a club, but now I don't know what to do. If diamonds are 3-1, I need to ruff a heart, and if diamonds are 2-2, I need to pull the next trump before continuing to ruff hearts. Could a cross ruff be right? Let me think about that for a second. No, I think we just want to try and guess if things split well. So I will ruff. East follows with a 6, maybe giving a count signal, and play a diamond to the ace. 5-7, ace-2. Let's lead the queen of hearts. Doesn't get covered. I don't like that. Alright, we'll discard. Oh, East just has the king? Well, that, I suppose, makes things a little bit easier. So we can ruff this, ruff a club, and then we'll know if we need to take the ruffing hook or not. In the... whoops, we have the rest. I almost claimed one fewer trick. Wow, East had a king-jack, 4th of hearts. Interesting. Yeah, so would the cross ruff have been effective? I mean, we only lost one trick from that position, and it looks to me like the answer is no. On to board 12. Pass, pass, pass. We open a no trump with our really flat 15 in 4th seat. Partner is a passed hand, bids 3 no. Generally, I think a big no-no, but let's see what partner's hand looks like. Partner has a better hand than us. Almost. I mean, they only have 11, but ace, king, jack, 5th of clubs. We get the queen of spades lead, so we got 5 clubs, 2 spades, a heart, and a diamond is already some number of tricks. So the 8 of diamonds presence makes this hand actually very interesting. We might be able to play the diamonds as a frozen suit. Or utilize the diamonds as a frozen suit. I mean, if we get super lucky, East might have something like honor 9 doubleton of diamonds and we can score 3 diamond tricks. But I would much rather try and score just 2 diamond tricks in total, because that feels like it might do better than the field on average. And we're a little bit too slow to try for 3-3 diamonds. We could win the king, play a diamond to the jack, it loses, West will continue spades, or switch to hearts. Doesn't really matter. But then we'll win that trick, and then when we knock out the diamonds, they'll have a major suit to cash. So we can really only afford to duck 1 trick in diamonds. And I think we need to do that immediately. So let's win the king, we'll play a diamond to the jack, and then my hope is that the diamond suit becomes frozen from there, that West has the 9 and East has the other high honor. And then we'll try and, maybe duck the next trick that they play, win the subsequent trick, and then cash all of our clubs and the ace of hearts. The ace of hearts first, in fact, and then all of our clubs ending in dummy, so that we're down to a heart and the 10-8 doubleton of diamonds. Both opponents would have to keep a diamond. We can exit a heart and score the last 2 tricks. At least that's the plan. So let's see if we can make it happen. Okay, so West wins, continues a spade. We will duck this trick as planned. Mostly just to simplify the position for later. And now, important to cash the ace of hearts before running the clubs. Otherwise, West, for example, could pitch down to the singleton 9 of diamonds and we wouldn't... West could pitch down to a heart void, and then when we tried to play a heart to the ace and exit a heart, West would be able to pitch down to singleton 9 of diamonds, and they would be able to cash spades, for example. So yeah, we'll cache the ace of hearts. Now run the clubs. And then we'll think about what to do in the end position, depending on what the opponent's discard. So there go all the spades. East has pitched a lot of hearts. I think I'm going to exit a heart and hope that the diamond suit really is frozen. There have been no diamond discards, so feels like the right thing to do. East has to return a diamond. Hey, look at that! We did it! So, finally, a good result. Way to go, us. We had a good plan from the start of the deal, and we executed it. And then it was just all about reading the end position. It becomes a lot harder when one of the opponents starts pitching from the suit that you expect to be frozen, or if East had kept a bunch of hearts, then it wouldn't be safe for us to exit hearts. On to board 13. Diamond by our partner. We bid a spade. We have 8 spades. Probably too good for a diamond past 4 spades. That would tend to show a more preemptive hand type, like a similar style hand without the club king, is what I would expect. Double 2-suited takeout. And partner bids 2 clubs anyway. Amazing. Why would you bid one of the opponent's suits? Anywho. I'm still a huge advocate of double just being takeout of spades here. So diamonds is in the picture, but obviously primary hearts and clubs. But it is not the robot style. So 2 clubs, we bid 2 hearts, game forcing, which I'm not sure I understand that bid at this point in the auction. I think now, having heard left-hand opponent show clubs, which we have the king, I mean, partner also bid clubs. I don't know what's going on there. I would probably just bid 4 spades and be done with it. Maybe partner could have a good hand, but 4 spades also conveys that we have a good hand with long spades. I just don't really see the point in dragging it out. Now, when West bids 2 spades, which also gets announced as a takeout double, and I love that, East bids 3 hearts. I guess I'm happy I went with the slower route to game force. But we decided to bid 4 spades anyway, so we got a little bit of extra information. Jack of clubs opening lead. Well, we're in a tricky spot where if I was able to duck a heart, I could probably squeeze West in the minors. West is very likely to have the diamond ace. I might try and do that anyway. I guess I need to be a little bit worried that spades could be 4-0. Yeah, what am I supposed to do to get back to my hand? Because clubs could be 5-1, and I don't have a fast hand reentry. If I don't overtake the king of spades? Yeah, this is, there's actually a little bit to the play on this one, right? It's not just pull trumps and duck a heart and hope they don't cash the diamond ace and then I can squeeze them. So, I guess what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna win the ace of clubs. And I'm gonna lead the king of spades. And maybe I should make up my mind about what spade spots East plays that I would be willing to overtake with the ace. I mean, obviously if East plays the 10, I'd be willing to overtake. If East plays the 7, I'm probably willing to overtake. Maybe if East plays the 2 as well. The 8 would be a little bit concerning to me. I know the robots love to give standard count, even in trumps. So the 8 could easily be 10, 8, 7, 2. But my thinking is that if I win the club ace, East's signal is not going to be discernible. And then if clubs happen to be 4-2, I can play the spade king. Let's say I don't overtake. I lead the 9 of hearts, let's suppose. West wins. And West won't know what to do at this point. They might think their partner could have the club king, and if clubs happen to be 4-2, they'll play back a club. I can win, run my spades, and they get squeezed. They might try and get to their partner's hand in hearts for whatever reason, or just cash a second heart. As opposed to if I win the king of clubs, West will know what's going on in the club suit and might cash the diamond ace or might give their partner a club rough. So let's give this a try. Ace of clubs, East plays the 8, king of spades, 7, 2. I mean, partners turned up with a 12 count. We had an 11 count. West could very easily have a very strong hand without a spade void for the 2 spade bid. I'm going to play low. I'm very worried about 4-0 spades. Okay, good start. Now what I wanted to do is I want to run the 9 of hearts, and hopefully West wins this trick. And now West isn't going to have any idea what to do. Okay, they do play back a club. But my king wins. Clubs are 4-2. So now if West has the diamond ace, West is getting squeezed. All right, this worked perfectly. I do need to pay a little bit of attention to what's going on. Oh, there's the club discard. 12 tricks. We'll take it. I like the plan. Yeah, West didn't have a very good hand. You know, and I think part of that is indicated that East had to have one of the high heart honors. I didn't mention this, but it was like going on in the back of my mind because they didn't lead a high heart at trick 1. So, you know, does West really have a good enough hand to bid 2 spades without a spade void when their hand looks like ace queen of hearts, ace queen of diamonds, jack of clubs, 4x1? Probably not. Nice result. We've had a couple of nice results. We've had a couple of pretty bad results, though, too. Maybe just the one. Maybe board 8. 3 boards to go. We got to 6 no trump. This might be a fast one. Thanks, Shift. Diamond by us. We have a 13 count. Partner made an inverted raise. We have stoppers everywhere. So we bid 2 no. Partner bids a quantitative invite, and we do have 13. We have no jacks. We also have a 10. So I like taking the push. The real question might be, should we play 6 no or 6 diamonds? Hard to answer at match points. 6 no would be a lot clearer if we had a 5-card diamond suit, I think. 6 diamonds could easily produce an extra trick in a 4-4 fit here. It feels close to me. I don't mind the 6 no bid. I think I might bid 6 diamonds at the table, but here we are. We have got a spade lead. So how did we do? We got 4 diamonds, 3 spades, 3 hearts is 10, and 1 club. But we have chances, right? We have some actually pretty realistic chances to make a 12th trick. I mean, for one, the jack of hearts might come down, but secondly, if the same hand has the ace of clubs and the jack of hearts, and we can guess which hand that is, we should be able to lead a club through the ace and then, eventually like kind of strip squeeze someone. Is that always true? I'm sorry, I need to think about the end position because the hearts are... The communication in hearts has kind of been severed. I mean, if East has the club ace, it's a little bit easier for us to try this plan because we can lead a club to the queen and then cash 3 spades pitching a club pretty early. If West has the club ace, we lead a club to the king. Yeah, it's the same. So as long as we can guess who has the ace of clubs and jack of hearts with length, we would be able to make it. But we might just take a more simple line of play as well, like trying to play for jack third of hearts coming down. It feels right to... Man, I was going to say it feels right to cash a few diamonds and try and figure out who's more likely to have the length in clubs and hearts. But diamonds is my only source of communication between the two hands. Given that the spade lead has kind of cut the spade communication a little bit. I could cash the king, queen, jack of diamonds, preserving the ace in hand, so I could like win the king of spades, king, queen, jack of diamonds. I feel like this all comes down to I would need to play East for the ace of clubs, though, because I think I am actually running into communication issues. I mean, I could obviously win the king of spades and lead a club to the king immediately, but I don't feel like I have a good way of guessing who is short in one of these two suits to decide who I might want to play for the length. It also kind of feels like maybe just playing for jack third of hearts is percentage. Because it's what, about 25% that the ace of clubs is in the same hand as the jack length of hearts. Maybe it's even worse, right? Because it's like 3 separate conditionals. The ace of clubs is there, the jack of hearts is there, and heart length. So approximately 50-50-50 for all of them. Whereas jack third of hearts is not great odds, but it's 3/7 of the 62% that hearts will be 4-3. A little bit better than the 12.5% that we just kind of ballpark estimated. Let's lead a club to the queen. So we'll win the something. Let's win the ace of spades and lead a club to the queen. I would like some ability to try and squeeze someone in clubs and hearts, even if I decide to play for jack third to fall. And I think if the queen of clubs loses to the ace, I have some possibility of doing that because West might not think that it's so clear to continue clubs. So I think the ace of spades is going to be the most deceptive card in making this a possibility. Okay. That 10 of clubs really sounds like jack 10 whatever. So I'm going to play the king. Well, we don't have communication for like a normal squeeze. I was hoping the king of clubs would still remain in dummy, then we could like run all of our tricks and maybe squeeze someone in clubs and hearts. So I guess we're going to have to figure out what's going on in the other suits. Let's see if they give me a count in the heart suit. Queen 4, 3, 2. It looks like the answer's no on that one. Probably nothing clever I can do here. I'm just going to run all of my tricks, pitching a club from hand, and see if the Jack of Hearts falls. And does it? There's a heart discard. Nope. East would have gotten squeezed. You know, not because East had 4 clubs with the Jack of Hearts, but because East got has all of the high club spots. So, yeah, West had to return a club in that position. Otherwise, we would have made it. And it wouldn't have been difficult to make it from there either, right? So this kind of important thing in squeezed defense or technique can be useful to learn a little bit. Because if West had kind of mistakenly, for example, just switched to a heart, or lazily switched to a heart, which I think a lot of less experienced players might do looking at this dummy, or maybe they would continue spades, I mean, who knows. Now we can run all of our tricks, like this, spade to the king, heart to the king, queen of spades pitching a club, king of diamonds, queen of diamonds, jack of diamonds. East can pitch 1 heart, but now when we play a diamond towards our hand, East gets squeezed. They can't pitch another heart, otherwise our ace-10 is good, and when they pitch a club, we win the ace. West can play whatever, cash the ace of hearts, and club suit's blocked, so we just have to hope that East was dealt exactly this club holding, but the 9 of clubs over to the king, and 7 clubs takes the last trick. So we tried our best. This time, unfortunately, we weren't able to swindle the opponents like on 13, but you give them enough opportunities to go wrong, sometimes they're going to do it. Board 15. We have an 18 count, so we open a club. Left-hand opponent overcalls a heart, it comes pass back to us. If the colors were reversed, I would maybe even advocate for just passing this out and trying to collect plus 100 or plus 200, but we bet a no trump at these colors, hoping for plus 90. Makes some sense. 2 diamonds on our left. Partner doubles for penalty, East bids 2 hearts, and why would we not double this for penalty? Dude, how did we reach 3-0 after this start to the auction? This is crazy to me. What does partner's 3-0 bid look like? They must have like a singleton heart and not 4 spades, or they would have made a negative double. So they gotta have like a long diamond suit, maybe a club fit. The opponents were in a 5-2 heart fit. Why are we in 3 now? Okay, you know what? It's fine. No problem. Partner has a 5 count. God. If only there was a way to score plus 300 against 2 hearts. So we have 3 clubs on the opening lead. I mean, this very much looks like a singleton to me. Could be 3 small, I guess. We probably have 3 heart tricks, 3 clubs, a spade. I mean, we could try and work on diamonds, I guess. If East has like 9 doubleton, we might be able to set up 2 diamond tricks. If I lead the king of diamonds out of hand, and... Well, alright, let's play low trick one. So we'll win the jack. 9 of clubs is an interesting card. This makes me think that clubs are probably 3-3. So in that case, spades are 6-1 or 7-0 is possible, I suppose. Which feels a little weird. East would have, like, king, 10, 6 the spades and never bid. Three hearts, 4 clubs, and 2 spades would be 9. Okay, let's go after hearts. I'm gonna need to do this anyway, eventually. So, we'll lead a heart. Alright. Now... I'm out of time to set up diamonds. That's no longer going to be an option. So I guess we need to try and score some spade tricks, right? And I think it's pretty unlikely that East has both the king and queen of spades. If they have 6 of them, there might have been a reason for East to bid spades at some point in this auction. So I'm going to play East for like king 10, 9, 6, or king 10, whatever, 6 in the spade suit. That seems to be consistent, as well as with West having most of the missing values. So let's try and run the 9. Ugh. That's not ideal. Maybe the club lead was singleton then, after all. I would love to be able to end play West in spades. I'm worried if I cash 2 rounds of clubs, West can pitch diamonds. And then if I play the ace of spades, West can unblock their spade honor. But I just don't see an alternative. West pitches a spade. Well, that's interesting. Because we now know West is down to a singleton in spades. I guess it's stiff queen. Otherwise I could cash the queen of hearts and exit the jack of spades to their stiff king. Okay, I suppose I'm out of good ideas. So East can cash a club, and then play a diamond, and we'll try the king. Unsuccessful. Man, West had a terrible hand once again. The robots just love bidding for whatever reason today. 2 diamonds is kind of crazy. I don't think we could... Oh, it was queen 9 doubleton of diamonds. Oh, that's really disappointing. I guess we could have done a little better, win the jack of clubs and immediately lead the diamond king. There's no way for them to attack our ace of clubs entry, so we'll eventually set up the diamond suit. They might be able to get in enough times and start setting up spades, though, but maybe people will get out for less. Last board of today's set, and I don't know how we're doing. I feel like this is a worse set than yesterday. There have been a couple of hands that I think didn't go so great, and despite a couple of good results, I'm pretty sure we have fewer 90s. But we'll see at the end. 2 passes to our right-hand opponent who opens a heart. We bid a spade. 2 hearts on our left. Partner bids 3 hearts, showing stuff. We don't have much, so we bid 3 spades. Kind of minimum. You know, again, we would probably make the same bid with the king of clubs instead of the ace, but it's not that much better than a drop-dead minimum hand. Queen of hearts lead. Okay. Well, so we didn't get a club opening lead, which probably means that West has at least 2 clubs. Or a void. If I win the ace and I play a spade to the jack, and they knock out, like cash a heart and knock out the diamond ace, and I take a spade hook and it wins, I mean, I'm not in great shape. The thing is, I might have to take this line of play at match points, because if the clubs happen to be 2-2 and the spade honors are split, I'm just making 11 tricks. And that feels like an important number. I mean, at imps, I could afford to just ruff 2 diamonds in the north hand. I could duck the opening lead, and if they switch to trumps, so be it. I guess I can always duck the opening lead. It never costs, right? Because they're always going to score a heart trick at the very least. Okay, let's duck the opening lead and see what happens next. Aha! Well, that could be a singleton now. I mean, I think West should lead a singleton if they had it on an auction like this, especially when North hasn't bid clubs. But there's no reason for West to switch to clubs here unless they have shortness. So now I'm very tempted to try and set up the clubs immediately. Ace of clubs, club. There's no fast entry to East's hand, so there's no risk of getting roughed twice, and if West roughs once, then they rough effectively air. We'll be able to cross to a red ace and take a spade finesse once again into West's hand, protecting our club suit. And if we do get to win the king of clubs, we can exit a club, setting up the suit. And now the opponents are kind of in a bind. If they allow us to pull trumps, then we still have red aces to run clubs, and if they don't allow us to pull trumps, then we might just rough diamonds in the north hand. So I think I like this plan. Oh. What?! Why did West switch to clubs? What are they doing? Oh my god. Oh, I hate this. Alright. Well, that was less than ideal, I think. Just generally speaking. Great. So now what? I need to... I have real problems. Yeah, to give partner a rough, I know, right? That's just insanity. You don't look at King 10-6 then are like, man, I better give partner a rough in this suit. You're just like, I better knock out entries, otherwise that suit's gonna take tricks. Well, I was kind of right that West didn't have a singleton club. I just didn't follow through because I thought the club switch was so crazy. My bad. Well, I really need to rough 2 diamonds and I can't. And if I play a club, West is just going to play back a heart. I think we might be able to do something cool, but let's play a club first. Okay, East roughs, which is friendly. Plays the King of Spades. So we just have one more loser, the Queen of Spades, but yeah, on this layout, I think I would have been able to still end up with minus 140 or plus 140 by roughing both diamonds, or if not, there was kind of a cool plan that I had to pull trumps, but looks like we don't get to see that, and we probably didn't get a good result on the board anyway. We did not. So 51 today, pretty disappointing set. Board 8, 2 hearts doubled down 2. We did not score very well, no surprise, given our kind of poor guess in the trump suit. We had one nice result, 3 hearts making 4 on board 5, 98%. Yeah, sometimes the opponents, when they're put under pressure, make a mistake. That Jack of Clubs play was good. Our next best result was 680 on board 13. Again, no surprise. We gave West a guess, and they guessed wrong about how to defend. But otherwise, quite a few below average results. Starting out with board 1. So 27%, I think, meaning that a lot of people actually did set up the club suit and West did not find the heart switch, which is a little bit disappointing. You know, a real human opponent would automatically switch to a low heart here because they would be signaling and it would be very obvious. But I thought the robots might find it anyway because there are enough inferences to go off of. Anywho, 51, so probably out of the running to win this month, but at least we're above average.